I'm gonna find. And I'm gonna kill. Every last one of them.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Sub Urban Nerd. This is the channel I give my nerd reviews. On today's nerd news, and this is something a little bit different that I haven't done in a while. This is sort of a game review, or my first thoughts at least, of the game that just came out by Naughty Dog, Last of Us 2. Yeah, this game, a lot of people have been anticipating. Lucky for me, I was able to keep myself away from the spoilers, so I had no idea what was gonna happen. And from the trailers, they definitely switched it on us, right? Because from the trailers, I was thinking it was gonna be this. The girl Dina was gonna get killed, and you know, like, that's what was gonna set Ellie on the journey, and then, you know, Joel was gonna join her to get revenge for everything or whatever, because these people got to their town and killed some people. That's what you think. That is not what happens. And this is gonna be like a spoiler, because like I said, I'm just telling you what they say off of the trailers, but it definitely takes you for a turn. And there's a couple things that I like, couple gripes that I have, and just some things that I really appreciated. So first off, I like to say that I guess maybe I'll start off with my likes. My likes is it takes the gameplay that you had from the first one and takes it so much further up to the notch. The fighting mechanics, the dodging, the maneuvering, the stabbing, look, it is crazy. It is definitely crazy. And now you have more, you know, you can go crouch, you can go prone, so like you can just be on the ground really all the different versatility things you can do. It makes this game amazing, right? They still have the senses where you can like hear the people, which is still a good plus, but in the first game, they made it so if you're on Survivor that you couldn't have that, but in this game you can, so it makes it a little bit easier. But I guess it's better that they kept it, because it makes it even harder with the way they have. Before, you would just fight either the clickers, the zombie water people, or the regular humans. And this, now you have both, and sometimes you don't want to get yourself caught or whatever, so and then they definitely give you a lot more of these clickers and monsters to try to maneuver away from. And the runners are definitely the ones that are hard to spot sometimes. So, and they have the sneakers, people that hide, these ones that hide. So definitely, I can see why they kept that in, even though in survival mode in the first one, the grounded mode, that you could not have that. In this one, you can. The fact that you're still doing a journey with two people in the first one, you know, Joel and Ellie, you know, this first meeting, and this one, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's definitely a journey of two, and it's great that they still have that mechanic. You still have your backup, because you're not going on this journey alone trying to survive, which some people say, oh yeah, it's better, but no, like, if you're going places, you need to get to higher areas or get the things that you just can't do by yourself. Even though one small Tommy somehow is able to traverse all these areas without anybody. That's what blows my mind. But hey, it's a video game. They want to have your people somehow always ahead of you, or one step ahead of you by any means, even though when you get there with your second person, you're like, how the hell did he do this by himself, you know? But we'll see. The other thing, well, it's gonna be like, all right, a plus and minus, right? Now, one of the issues I have is they limit the amount of ammo you have. They limit all these things. In the first game, there was no really limit, because you figure Ellie, she has a backpack, just keeps throwing these bullets, whatever. But if you have a gun that has 6 rounds, that's all you can carry. You can't carry extra. If a rifle only carries, like, say, 4 rounds, that's all it can have. You can't pick up extra, which blows my mind and confuses me. And that's one of the major things. And also, like, in the first one, if you wanted to throw a brick or if you wanted to throw a bottle, you had the choice. You can swap them out. With this one, you can't. You either have to throw one down and then pick up the thing, which is kind of redundant, you know what I'm saying? Like, to waste something just to be able to use another thing, which they pretty much do the same kind of thing, but at the same fact, if you would preferred, like, say, throwing a brick as opposed to glass, because in your head, throwing a brick is less noisier than throwing a glass, you can't swap it out. You can't do that. You have to throw one or the other. If you have one, you're full. You can't throw the other. And the full mechanic is what kind of throws me off. But taking that into a positive, it makes you have to craft. So if you can't pick up something, craft something, and then you can probably pick it up. If you can't do something, craft something, and then you could probably do that thing. So it forces you to actually use the mechanics of crafting, which the crafting is so much more advanced in this than it was in the first one. You can modify pretty much everything, and it's great that you can do that. That's probably the best thing that you could take away from the issues of it being full. It forces you to do what the mechanics that the game wants you to use, right? Now, one of my most positive, like, see, that those were my two, like, negative. And then also, as far as negative, there was these holes that you kind of feel in the story, like, wait a second, why did they let this person live and kill this person only? You find out kind of later down the story. I'm not going to spoil it, but it sort of makes sense. And also, other people had issues with this Abby character. I'm not sure what she's supposed to be, transgender. I don't know if that's what she's supposed to be, because she's a little butch, but she still seems like she likes guys or whatever, so it's kind of hard to see. But you play as her, and then you go back and forth, and you play as more than one character. You play as Joel, you play as Ellie, you play as Abby, and this Abby character is a new addition, but her mechanics, like, yo, she's a brawler. Like, just like Ellie's a good brawler, like a fighter and stealth killer, Abby's a brawler. She straight up takes you down. And it's cool playing as her, but except you're trying to find a story out as far as why she hates Joel so much, or what's going on with this, or what's going on with that. And I'm definitely looking forward to finishing the rest of this. And like I said, the story, I gotta give it to him. The dialogue alone, it kills. The dialogue. I'm a big dialogue person. I write, and in writing, I think the best way to draw people in is a dialogue, because it makes you feel like these people are real. You want real dialogue, and that's what gets you really invested in these characters. So the dialogue alone, right off the bat, even just with Abby, and I forget the guy's name that she was walking with, the banter back before with them, I already was like, yo, these people is pretty cool, until the shit went, sideways, and you're like, damn, what the, But all in all, dialogue, story, gameplay is pretty good, but except this, it's a bigger game, so it isn't as constant action. It's a linear game, but at the same time, it's linear with a wider scope, so you can go different ways to get to these things. And one other gripe is the fact that it doesn't let you know when the story's gonna progress. Like, sometimes if you want to do this and you don't know which one, you're like, okay, this one looks like it's gonna progress, let me do this, and all of a sudden you realize, oh, that's progressing the story. What happened to the stuff I missed back there? It's like, I wish it kind of did a better job of letting you know when the story's gonna progress. So those are like my only gripes, but like I said, the pluses still outweigh. Everyone was hating on this game before it came out. I think this game's gonna be awesome. I think this game's gonna be like, it's probably gonna be better than the first one. Really get the heartstrings, and they really do get you with the heartstrings, with flashbacks of Joel and all these other things. So I say, look into the game, get the game. It's worth it right now. I haven't, like I said, finished it, but so far this game's pretty fire. Thank you for watching this. Remember, comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game. Tell me if you're gonna get the game, or if you know someone that has a game. Tell me if you're gonna watch a walkthrough of the game, or a gameplay of let's play of the game. Anything about this game, just comment down below. Let me know, and we can conversate about it. Remember to like this video, share this video, subscribe. Check out my last game review. I don't know if I did one. Check out my playlist of reviews. And remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Sup Urban Nerd, and you've just been notified. Catch you guys on the next game. Last of Us.